Hey folks, how you doing? My name's Laducium. I'm playing some more Hearthstone Arena, as always. This is a good game. I enjoy it. I still can't believe it's in beta though. It's, I don't know, been in beta for many a months, many a years. I think I got the beta key sometime in October, I'd like to think. And it's been in beta pretty much since then. Alright, so we've got a paladin, a hunter, or a warrior. Well, I just played a paladin. Didn't win. Had 3 legendaries. Kind of pisses me off that I didn't do better than I did. And as much as I'd like to give a paladin another go, I think I'm going to try something else. Maybe warrior. It's been a while. I like warrior. And as we say, victory or death. So we've got upgrade. If you have a weapon, give it +1/+1. Otherwise, equip a 1/3 weapon. It's alright. Don't like it that much. Bloodsail Corsair, remove 1 durability from your opponent's weapons, or a pine-sized summoner, which is first time you used to play a minion. It costs 1 less. It's a 2/2 for 2. It's alright. I will take the pine-sized summoner though, for now. Reckless Rocketeer, Frost Elemental, or a Shield Bearer. I think I would take the Frost Elemental. I've been kind of underestimating it, or overestimating it, maybe. That's okay. Freezes a creature, gives me opportunity to play something else. Priestess of Elune, Dark Scale Healer, or Battle Rage. Well, Priestess of Elune will restore 4 health to my hero. Battle Rage will let me draw cards, and Dark Scale Healer heals 2 health for every friendly minion. I'm definitely taking Battle Rage. That's my primary card draw mechanic as a warrior, and I like it. I like it a lot. Now we have a Frostwolf Warlord, which is always a pretty decent card. Execute, which I like, destroy damaged enemy minion. Or Rampage, which gives a damaged minion +3/+3. I think for my own sake, I'm going to take Rampage, but hope I get Execute later on. Hey, speak of the devil. Another Execute. A Fen Creeper and Battle Rage. I'm going to take the Battle Rage. I want the card draw. Now, Dark Iron Dwarf, Frostwolf Grunt, or Gold Share Footman. I'm taking the Dark Iron Dwarf. The other 2, Gold Share Footman is a 1/2 with Taunt. Frostwolf Grunt is a 2/2 with Taunt, and each one costs 1 mana and then 2 mana respectively. Dark Iron Dwarf gives minion +2 attack this turn. It's a 4/4 for 4, which is pretty decent. And it used to be a permanent +2, but now it's just for a turn, but it's still pretty good. Sunwalker, Abomination, another pine-sized summoner. Abomination I do like. It's a taunt, and it has a death rattle, which deals 2 damage to all characters. So unfortunately it hurts my characters, but it can also wipe the board. But I think Sunwalker is the better card, and I'm going to take that. Ironbeak Owl, which is a silence. Murloc, Tidehunter, or Cochrane or Elite, which is a 4/3 with charge. I'm going to take that. It's good removal. And I could potentially trade it for 2 cards if played correctly. Warsong Commander, whenever you summon a minion with 3 or less attack, give it a charge. It used to be every minion you summon has charge. It used to be really good. Now it's 3 or less attack, so not fantastic. Cobalt Geomancer, spell damage +1. Or a Frost Elemental. I don't really want another Frost Elemental. I don't want to push my mana curve that much higher with cards that aren't necessarily that great. So I think maybe the Warsong Commander, in the hopes that it might become a target. If nothing else, it might just become a target for other things. Stampeding Kodo, Murloc Tidecaller, or Mind Control Tech. I'm going to take the Stampeding Kodo. I like it, especially if played correctly. Priestess of Elune, Slam. Deal damage to a minion if it survives, draw a card. Or Dread Corsair. I'll take the Slam. Card draw. Some damage, maybe I can finish stuff off. Draggling Mechanic, Dread Corsair, or Mogashan Warden. I haven't gotten any weapons yet, that's why I'm kind of hesitant to take the Dread Corsair. I like the Mogashan Warden, even though things like Stampeding Kodo just destroy it. But I think I'll take the Draggling Mechanic for the additional cards on the board. Now, Charge, Fairy Dragon, or Rampage. I'm going to take the Fairy Dragon here. It's a good solid creature that can't be targeted by spells or hero abilities. Charge, Frost Elemental, Lord of the Arena. I guess I'll take Lord of the Arena in this instance. Murloc Raider, Silver Moon Guardian, or Cruel Taskmaster. I really like the Cruel Taskmaster. Deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +2 attack. So I can either kill something off or buff up my own minion. Not to mention it synergizes well with things like Rampage, which I could simply Cruel Taskmaster and something and then Rampage for more damage. Another Battle Rage. This would make Battle Rage number 3. Mogasha Warden, which is a taunt, or a Tauren Warrior. I think I'm going to pass on the Battle Rage simply because I don't want to overdo it. and take the Mogosha Warden for the 1/7 taunt. Defender of Argus, really good. Mana Addict or Questing Adventurer, I will take the Defender of Argus in this instance. Although Questing Adventurer is always fun, but it dies very quickly. Silver Moon Guardian, Reckless Rocketeer, or Oasis Neptune, I'll take the Silver Moon Guardian. Charge, Garabasha Berserker, or Rampage, I will take another Rampage. It pairs well with things, especially things like Mogosha Warden, for example, which I can make into a 4/10 creature with something like Rampage. Knife Juggler, it's fun. Emperor Cobra, destroy any enemy minion damaged by this minion. It's pretty targetable, which means people just go after it pretty quickly with spells. I like the Knife Juggler, of course. And at the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion +1 attack. I'll take the Emperor Cobra, though. Although the Knife Juggler, no, I'll take the Cobra. I might get some good trades out of it, especially if I can do stuff like Argent Commander or Rampage on it. Dollar Run Mage, spell damage +1. I don't have many spells. Chill One Yeti, it's a solid 4/5, 4/4. Or Execute, I'm going to take the Execute. I should have one. As much as I liked Yeti, I'm going to take the Razorfin Hunter here. And I will definitely take the Stranglethorn Tiger out of all of these. Now I have a Shield Bearer, Murloc, Tidehunter, Armani Berserker. I'm going to take the Armani Berserker. I undervalue that card. Bloodfin Raptor, Thrallmar Fireseer, or Nightblade. I will take the Thrallmar Fireseer. Another Battle Rage, Thrallmar Fireseer, or a Silverhand Knight. I'm taking the Silverhand Knight. Again, I don't want to overdo it on things like Battle Rage, where all I end up is drawing more Battle Rage and never getting cards that I actually need. Another Mogosha Warden, a Scarlet Crusader, or a Slam. I'll take the Scarlet Crusader. It's a decent creature. It can trade for stuff. Cruel Taskmaster, Thrallmar Farseer, or a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. It's a tough one. I think I'll take the Cruel Taskmaster. I don't have good luck with the Ghoul anyways. Boulder Fist Ogre is just solid. 6/7, so I'll take that. And then another Stampeding Kodo, another Sunwalker, or Frothing Berserker. I really like the Frothing Berserker as much as I like these other ones, because this can get out of control pretty quickly if played correctly. Of course, Stampeding Kodo is fun, and Sunwalker is just solid 4/5 with Divine Shield. But I'll take the Frothing Berserker for 3. So I like the way my mana curve is playing out. I have a lot of stuff I could play around the 2 and 3 range, and then some 4, 5s, and 6 cards as well. So I like that, but I don't know if these are the cards that I really need, because as a warrior, weapons are a big thing, and I didn't get any in that draw. So if I had weapons, that would have been much nicer, because then I could remove things and maintain board control. And I think warriors' decks are dependent on weapons in order to do that. So we'll see how we do without any. If I had gotten a Fiery War Axe, definitely would have taken it. Arcanite Reaper would have been great. Agora Hell would have been even better. So a lot of things that I would have liked to have gotten. Arathi Weaponsmith would have been really good as well. Could get a 2/2X plus a 3/3 on the board. So any number of cards that I would have liked to have gotten that would have given me a weapon. Fortunately, I didn't get any whatsoever, which is really upsetting. But them's the breaks, so let's see what happens. If I ever get matched with an opponent, I'm going to make a prediction here. I'll say 4 wins and then 3 losses on this one. I do think I have a daily quest though as a warrior, so that's nice. I might be able to fulfill a daily quest along with this. Now it's taking over a minute to connect, which is really annoying, and it's probably going to tell me that my opponent timed out or couldn't connect. But maybe, yeah. Alright, let's try again. I like how the timing queue doesn't reset. I guess that makes sense because I'm still in the queue. Let's see, we'll do a couple of games. Hopefully I won't lose them outright. And we'll see how we do in this one. Always the optimist I am. Come on, game. Load. There you go. We got ourselves a worthy opponent. And it is Parker. Peter Parker. No relation. Alright, we get an extra card, which is good. I like going second. I don't like going first. I'm going to throw these back. Battle Rage, Mogasham Warden. This is okay. This is acceptable. Let's see what he puts out there. Nothing. I'm also going to put out nothing. I'm going to save the coin because, as much as I'd like to play their Arthi Weaponsmith, I wouldn't have anything good to follow up with, so not much use in doing that. Not a Arthi Weaponsmith. What am I talking about? I mean the Armani Berserker. I'm going to put out my Fairy Dragon and my turn now. We'll see. You can't target it with lightning, which is good, so hopefully it'll let me clear out some of those totems. And had I known I was getting a Fairy Dragon, maybe I would have played the Armani Berserker, but you never know, and that's why I don't play that stuff until I like to save the coin until later. Alright, so he summons a totem, and what do you have for one? Lightning Bolt or Lightning Blast or whatever. Lightning will not work because you can't target my creature, and that is good for me. So we will clear out the healing totem first, although maybe I should be clearing out the other one. I'm going to put this out there, and this might be a dumb idea. The reason why it might be a dumb idea is because now he does have a target for lightning, and this gives his lightning plus spell damage. And maybe I should have taken that out first, but I didn't. So we'll find out if he does have lightning in his hand. So it's a possibility. It's a risk that I'm taking.
I wonder.
Sometimes you got to take risks to get rewards. Other times you just get rewards. Or he's just gonna go through all of his cards over and over for a little while. Mr. Parker.
May my ancestors.
It's out of Torn Warrior. Okay, it's a solid card. What do you have for 1 mana? Rockbiter weapon? Maybe that's what he's doing. Nope, there it is. Okay, so that was kind of expected. Now, I could Stampeding Kodo and hope it kills this. Is it worth it? Yeah, I guess. If it keeps, it might keep my creature on the board. Alternatively, I can Mogasham Warden, but then I'd still end up trading. Yeah, so let's Stampeding Kodo and hope for the best here. Damn it. Alright. Didn't do what I wanted it to do. So unfortunately, there I had to trade. I could have not traded, but I didn't want that getting out of hand, so now I have a bit of board control, though he's got 6 cards. I've got 5 plus 1 on the board. So if the Kodo killed the other one, or if the Kodo killed this, would have been much better for me. Unfortunately, that did not happen, so we are going to put out our own Mogasham Warden. It is. I want to, if I can get my other Mogasham Warden damaged, I'm going to Battle Rage then for 2 cards, which is going to be nice. So Battle Rage is my primary card draw. I don't have much else. I could have gotten 4 Battle Rages if I wanted to, but at the expense of getting other cards. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Again, a handful of Battle Rages just doesn't do me much good. Alright. Interesting. 4/4. What else you got?
Feel the power of the will.
That's not a bad move. We'll be able to clear that out without losing that. That's good for him. Goes back to 1/2, and unfortunately, I can't do much damage to it. I mean, this is pointless. So let's do this. Let's play a Frost Elemental, and we'll just freeze that outright for this turn, and we'll clear that out then we'll end our turn. So that buys me still a couple of creatures on the board to his 1, and I'll figure something out next turn. He's really going through his cards. I mean, he's enjoying. Just
what to do?
I can do that too. See? Look at me go. Whee! I can look through all my cards. Da 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 da. Instead, I'm going to mess with the environment. And knock out some coconuts. Alright, there he goes. That's a good card, of course. So what I'm going to do, if it survives, draw a card. Damn. I want to slam this, but if I slam this for 2, it'll buff it up and it'll end up killing this in the process, which sucks. So
What now?
I'm going to do this in the hopes that he'll have to...
The gates are open.
He'll have to use crap to get past it. And maybe if he runs this into that, I can then Cruel Taskmaster for some damage. We'll find out.
Truth is my shield.
See, this is where Slam is really good, because I could slam this, it'll survive, I'll take off the Divine Shield, and I'll get a card. So that's pretty awesome. Alright. So I guess he's not gonna attack. Right? Yep, he's not gonna attack. And that sucks, because that's gonna kill this off. So here we go. We're gonna slam into this. Right. Get ourselves a Frothing Berserker. I could damage this and then execute it, which I think is a fair move.
Back to work.
So let's damage that. Then we'll execute it. Then I'm gonna damage this for 6. Battle Rage. This is very complicated, but now I get 3 more cards, which is nice. And then I'm gonna run this into that to just kill it straight up. And then run this into that to kill that. So I'm hurt, but I got a bunch of cards, and I cleared his board. So neither of us has done damage to the other person yet. This is very complicated and a lot of back and forth. And unfortunately, this is gonna kind of suck, but not that much. So what I should do is I'll lose pretty much the Cruel Taskmaster and this to that. So I might as well, man, no, I'm not gonna Battle Rage. I could Rampage on this. If I Rampage on this, that'll buff it up to a 5/4. Then how do I kill this? Rampage, Dark Iron Dwarf. This'll live. This'll live. It's not a terrible idea.
You call that a win?
No problem.
And then, just for fun, let's Battle Rage again.
Job's done.
Because this is as good a time as any for a whole bunch of cards. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Wow, wowee! Plus, I got a bunch on the board and a good health advantage, so a lightning bolt will screw me over, of course, but
You win this one.
alright, he's just gonna give up.
Well played.
So that worked out. Battle Rages to the rescue. That was a good first game. Let's do another. And see how we do. So the Paladin deck with the like, watch, this is what's gonna happen. The Paladin deck with the 3 legendaries, I lose at around 6 wins. The Warrior deck with absolutely no weapons, no legendaries, and barely any epics. I don't think I have any epics. That's probably gonna get me to like, I don't know, 9 wins. Like that's just, that would be irony. I think that's irony.
Versus Valera.
Watch your
Or at the very least, unlikeliness. I hate it when rogues go first. And I'm keeping the Battle Rage, because I'm going to hope that I can use it. I might have to use it early on. Rampage does me no good without any creatures. 2 rampages, no creatures to play it on, and unfortunately he can assassinate whatever kind of crap I put out there. So go ahead, coin, defy a string leader, it's what you do. It's what every rogue does.
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Absolutely nothing I can do. And I don't have any AoEs either. AoEs.
You know, take candle.
Rogues are pretty easy to fight against if you know what you're doing. Like, if you got the cards for it. Like, good early AoE is really good against rogues. This is going to be unfortunate, but I have to play it. I just don't have another choice, because he's going to use his weapon probably to take off the shield and then run the 2-1 into it. Or he can backstab to take off the shield and then use his weapon. Or the 2-1. Alright, at least he used the backstab on that. I was
we
actually
must cleanse the
kind
Sunwell.
of happy about that. I still don't have any AoE, which stinks. You know, I will Fairy Dragon here. And I should just Battle Rage just for a card, because at this point I need a card more than anything else. If the Fairy Dragon lives, which it won't, I would Rampage on it, but it won't live that long. Yep, didn't think so. So that stinks. All of that stinks. It's all stinky. This is good. I could work with this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to sacrifice it for this to give him a card, but at least it's something, and then we'll have to trade for it. Either creature or use his weapon, take a little bit of damage. But things are not looking great. And he's going for me directly, which I anticipated. Okay. So I'm going to put this out there. I have to.
My shield.
And we'll take out the 3/3 there, plus it gives him additional spellcasting. So hopefully he doesn't have Assassinate. If he does, I'm royally screwed, basically. If he doesn't, of course he does. And that's the end of that. I hate rogues. I hate rogues going. Second, I got a Battle Rage. I don't have anything else. Maybe I can get something good. I do not. So that's a good game. Well played.
Well played.
That's horrible. And yeah, there's nothing in my hand that I can do. Like, I can't say I screwed up on that one. I just didn't have cards that can fight against the rogue. I didn't have any AoE. And I didn't get any AoE in my draw. Except maybe if I had picked the Abomination, and I'd gotten the Abomination and he didn't assassinate it, which he would have. And I guess that would have done 2 damage to everything, but still. Not good enough. So, what I would have needed really at that point is a weapon. Had I gotten a Fiery War Axe, I could have kept the board clear and had enough room to play my own cards, but no weapons in this draw, so unfortunately crap like that is going to happen. I'm going to have a hard time against mages too.
Valera.
Another rogue. Hopefully I go second.
Watch your back.
Yes, I go second. Means he doesn't get a coin, means he can't pull crap like that early on, which is good. I'm getting rid of this, and we'll keep the other stuff. This is okay. In fact, I will use a coin probably on the Pine-sized Summoner.
Greetings.
The pleasure is mine.
Maybe I'll save the coin. Nah, you know what? I'm going to use the coin. I don't want him getting momentum. Unnecessary momentum. Nice thing is, he can't even... If he does defy us...
Summoning portal
Yeah,
open.
okay, so he's just going to do that. I could just slam it, which is not a terrible idea. Won't get to draw a card, but it's fine. Or I could Fairy Dragon, Cruel Taskmaster. Get some more stuff out there.
What now?
Nah, you know what? As much as I want the card draw, bam. Let's forget about the card draw. Let's keep my card on the board.
For the crusade!
This is where Cruel Taskmaster will come in handy, because then I can do a better trade. Yeah, so we will Cruel Taskmaster here for that. And then I will trade. Summon me a Fairy Dragon. Now, with the Rogue, I gotta be careful of Betrayal, which, if he plays on a card, it deals that card's damage to all the surrounding cards. And I think it's a 2-mana cost. He's gonna backstab something. That. Okay. And what do I get? I get Rampage, which unfortunately is not gonna do me much good right this second, so I'm gonna have to do this. And you know what? I'm gonna have him decide how he wants to trade these, because I'm going to just ram this into that. So he might get to trade 2 for 1 here, which would suck. If I can get some creatures out on the board and actually have them stay alive long enough, I could Rampage. But that's gonna have to wait. Come on, cards. I don't know if, just thinking if Defias Ringleader coin combo needs to be nerfed. Somehow. Like, make Defias Ringleader cost 1 more or something like that. Or have the coin not count. Like, I don't know if it's overpowered, but it just seems to be the standard rogue fare in every single freaking. I'm gonna pop the Divine Shield. That's okay. And summon Acolyte of Pain, which is okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Actually gonna kill the Acolyte of Pain. Give him a card. That's okay. And I'm gonna Rampage on it. So we'll find out if he's got an Assassinate. I hope he doesn't. I could have Rampaged again, but I have a feeling that he might have an Assassinate in his hand. Or a Sap.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Nope, that's good. It's not going to be enough to kill that. Use his Dagger Mastery. Why did you renew your weapon then? Okay. Whatevers. It's cool. It's cool. Let's put this guy out there and see what happens. So he didn't have an Assassinate last turn, because I would have expected him to use it. Now he might have gotten one just now. Assassinate is a good card. He costs 5 mana, but it just straight out kills whatever. No, he does have an Assassin's Blade though.
X marks the spot.
And he's able to get a pretty powerful Bloodsail Raider. Luckily he can't do anything with it this turn, which is good for me. He's gonna run that in to pop the Divine Shield, and then what? Run that in and then attack with your face. Fair enough. Front face attacks work. I'm gonna just do that, freeze that, and we'll figure out what to do next turn. Ah, Stranglethorn Tiger. My nemesis. But you're going to have to do something about the 5/5 that's currently threatening you. He's going to get some card draw. Luckily, this gives me the ability to not only rampage, but also battle rage. So, we will do one of these. And one of these, because it's still injured, so that's good. See if I get anything. Maybe I should have battle raged first, because then I could have summoned this. That's okay. I will summon this.
Don't mess with us.
And I will hit him directly for a bunch. And had I been smarter, I would have played this on the opposite side, so the 1/1 was in the middle. So if he did have Betrayal, you'd only be using the 1/1 for Betrayal. So that's me being dumb. Derp derp.
Let the pain speak to me.
Okay, Accolade of Pain, of course, for card draw. That's where Stampeding Kodo shines. Cold Blood gets +4 attack. Just gonna get rid of that. Smart, of course. Get rid of that, which is dumb because I have Execute. He doesn't know it. So now this is going to be interesting because we're going to find out which one of these Stampeding Kodo will kill, but I guess either case, I don't care. It'll kill something. Alright, kills that so he doesn't get card draw. I kill that. Buff up, and then end my turn. So he actually can't attack that with his weapon, because if he does, he'll die. So, let's see what he does. So this has been a rogue battle that turned out well for me, but partially because he doesn't have things like Assassinate, he didn't have Sprint,
Well played.
and all the crap that rogue had. Sap, Perdition Blade, any number of things that would have come in handy. Alright, well, that was fun. I am going to put a break in this video. When I come back, I'm going to keep on playing as a warrior, and we'll see how well we do with this weird deck that I've drafted that has absolutely no weapons and none of the other warrior cards that I would have really liked. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you keep on tuning in, and I'll see you next time.